PFL, Professional Fighters League. This is the man in charge. Yes, his team is out here at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Mr. Peter Murray is here. What a big night tonight. Night 3 of the PFL Playoffs Semifinals here in South Florida at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. What an outstanding event. What has it been like being here in South Florida, having these playoffs?
Hey Jim, thanks for coming. Oh, it's been great. I mean, we like to say thank you to Florida for putting the FL and the PFL. It's been Florida's been the home of our playoffs, our third event. We're coming back for the championship. We're going to open the doors here at the Hard Rock to fans, and it's going to be really exciting. But tonight, it's all about those athletes trying to get into, at least on the main card later tonight, trying to get into the championship.
What was it like decision-wise? Because for the 3 nights here, you have a very big crowd, VIPs, fighters that are watching, trainers, people like that. But then you're going to open it up to ticket holders, fans, Ticketmaster for the championships on October 27th. What made the decision to not have fans for these, but then also have them for them?
You know, COVID played into the decision to not to have fans in our planning and working with the Hard Rock. But come October, we're good to go. Open the doors, fans will have fun, and it's going to be a night of 6 world title fights in one night. $1 million on the line for each athlete who wins, so it's going to be a great night, October 27th.
And October 27th, right here back at Hard Rock Live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in South Florida. What have you thought of the growth of PFL? And I'm looking out there and I'm seeing athletes, fighters, celebrities, a lot of fans that are into PFL MMA. What has it been like growing this thing?
Well, I mean, number one, MMA is the growth sport of this decade. It really is. It's the fastest growing sport in the world, 550 million plus fans. And our product, it's premium, it's innovative. We've now are the #2 MMA organization in the world. We have a lot more work to do to advance and grow the sport as well as the league. But we're happy where we are in our 3rd official season. And the playoffs is really indicative of where the sport is headed and where the PFL is headed. We've achieved the highest ratings in our history for the playoffs, the 2021 season on ESPN. And so we're excited to share the product with fans here in the U.S. On ESPN Linear, ESPN Plus, as well as around the world to 160 countries.
What has it been like working with ESPN and getting that out there through them?
I mean, ESPN, they're a world-class, obviously, worldwide leader in sports, 24/7, all their platforms, and they've built the destination for MMA fans. So, we couldn't be happier with the relationship.
October 27th will be the championships. They will be right back here. Expect a huge crowd for this event here and all. Now, in 2019, when you had the finals, Mike Tyson was a big part of that, the presentation. Took a year off because of COVID, obviously, which was for safety and health reasons.
Right.
2021, when you come back here October 27th, any surprises in mind? You don't have to give anything away now.
We do, and you know what? More in the entertainment space realm. So, stay tuned on an added, hopefully, entertainment for the night. More to come. That'll be announced probably in the next few weeks.
And I know tonight, Ray Lewis is here, which is awesome, which NFL Hall of Famer, great linebacker, University of Miami's own,
right.
And all. What is it like?
And a high school wrestler here in South Florida. So, Ray's athletic career really started on the mat. And so it's really a big part of what Ray would say to you is what helped him become the NFL player that he became, which all started on the mat.
What is it like too, Peter, when a Ray Lewis is here for an event like this? And just, you had CC Sabathia here before.
Well, Ray is part of our athlete advisory board. So he plays a role with the PFL, with Ray Sefo, our president of fighter operations. He's helping to develop the sport, identify athletes, develop athletes in the league. So he's a true champion. And we couldn't be happier that we're working with Ray Lewis, and obviously he lives down here in South Florida, so this is home for Ray.
And also, Peter, it's interesting because with PFL and just how it has grown, and so many eyes and people are interested in PFL. What can you say about the team your team in place, all the people and all they've been able to do here for PFL.
We have an exceptional team, and all this doesn't happen without a team. You know, our fast growth, this premium product, the execution day in and day out, not just the events that we're staging and presenting. What I can tell you about our team is that we have credibility and expertise in MMA with Ray Seppo. He's our president of fighter operations. Ray's a former six-time world champion K1 kickboxer. He trains elite MMA athletes, so we have that expertise. But equally, if not more important, we have broader expertise on our team in broader sports, broader media, entertainment, and technology. And we blend that all together to present the sport in this fashion.
Also a presentation of that broadcast team and your ring announcer, Lillian Garcia. What a crew there, and what can you say about Lillian, WWE alum, and also the whole broadcast team, Penny and Sean and Randy Couture?
Absolutely. I mean, first off, our executive producer, George Greenberg. George has 17 sports Emmys. He's produced everything from Super Bowls to World Series, Daytona 500s, and he's absolutely an MMA fight geek. And so George has a whiteboard to present this sport in an innovative way, and going back to advancing the sport. And the storytelling is technology, our broadcast coverage and technology, our smart cage integration of fighter data, fight analytics, and then our broadcast team. So from Sean to Kenny and to Randy, experts in the sport, icons. And validates what we're presenting and what we're building at the PFL. But they really tell a great story to enhance the telecast for fans.
And it's interesting too with South Florida because it's such a hotbed of trainers and fighters. You can look at American Top Team, you can look at Stanford MMA, MMA Masters Miami. Is that just another reason to, hey, let's have some events in South Florida?
No, it's a hotbed. I mean, South Florida is a hotbed for the sport, as it relates to #1 fans, and then, as you said, elite gyms, both American Top Team and Sanford. Many fighters train down here, live down here. So, it's nice to, have a residency for our playoffs, including our championship. The entire postseason here in South Florida, it's home.
For those championships, I know there's going to be military discounts. How important is that, and what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, no, hey, we support the military, both active military members as well as our veterans. We think it's important to thank and recognize the military, so that's our way to show our appreciation. In addition to that, while down here in South Florida, we support an organization called Force Blue, which really marries recognition and support of military veterans with, preserving the ecosystem and coral reefs down here in South Florida.
There's a guy here tonight by the name of Gable Steveson. Don't know if you heard about him, Mr. Murray.
Absolutely. No, I mean, what he accomplished in Japan, we're so happy to host him here. He's going to be in the broadcast talking to Randy Couture, one of his heroes. Again, started with a wrestling background, so it's nice to have Gable in the house.
Well, it's interesting because the world is his oyster. I'm stealing that from Pat McAfee, but it's so true.
Sure.
Whether it's MMA, pro wrestling, so many different options and all.
Whether he stays in school, continues to commit to the Olympic space in wrestling, opens it up to MMA or other disciplines within combat, but frankly even other sports. I mean, he's a well-rounded athlete. He's a champion. He's
NFL too. You're right, because that's another thing too of interest. And I'll ask this one last thing about Gable. So I do want to ask this. Would there be interest, do you think, in PFL MMA if he wanted to do two things at one time? Because PFL has a format. You guys have a cool format with the regular season and playoffs, so fighters can know when they're going to fight, rather than who knows in 3 months, maybe 4 months. What are your thoughts of that?
I mean, you look at what we're doing with Clarissa Shields. So, greatest woman all-time boxer. She holds over 3 belts as a pro, 2 Olympic gold medals. And we're developing Clarissa into the sport of MMA. She had a fantastic debut. She's actually going to be fighting right here on our championship card, October 27th at the Hard Rock. That'll be her second MMA professional fight, so we're excited about that. But with Clarissa, her goal is to be a 2-sport champion, and so we're giving her that opportunity. So she boxes, manages her training, manages the schedule. while she's fighting for the PFL and MMA. And you know, for other athletes similar to Claressa, like Gable, if you were interested to be a two-sport athlete, we'd certainly have a conversation or be open to some flexibilities.
Peter Murray, PFL MMA, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great to be here. Thank you.